What is good? This is Jesus, Christian, Muhammad, Buddha, Shiva's bosom, the known deities, and not the bodies, such as Abraham's bosom, etc. This is Archangel Raphael, aka Emrall Imran, aka Emrall the Astro Man. I ain't never had no to land unless with you. This is the family man stretching out my right hand. Go ahead and grab on and let's take off together. And it's changed me the only universal constant. I never had no one to blame. I always took a stand for what the fuck I ain't. So, as life being married to karma, as God being married to the universe, I'm here to remind you, let you know the fact that we are not separate from God. We individually and collectively make up what God is. So, that said, I am God, you are God, we are God. So now that being said, today's video, this one's gonna be kind of, cause I'm working on a song right now. I'm working on trying to get the instrumental done. Find a good environment to do the vocals and everything over it, but it's a lot that goes into it, obviously. So it's a process, but it should be coming out. I should be dropping it real soon, cause I need to drop something, right? And I should really drop my first finished song. Absolutely, because I like I said, all of this is about documentation. All of this is about taking you from start to finish, right? So if I have energetic and spiritual supporters and ancestors and guides and everywhere, then I already know, like, there's no reason for me to stop what I'm doing. There's no reason for me to slow it down or none of that bullshit, because the thing that I automatically know how to do is quick, it's easy, it's fast, it's natural. It just happens. So the moment that I'm gonna try to take myself down a vantage point of, oh nah, I don't have all of that, and so I can't do this. The moment I take myself down that mental ideology, that's the moment things are gonna begin to slow down for me. So if I stay strong, right? If I stay like, okay, no, I do know, and the fact that I do know makes me feel good. So since I'm gonna follow through that mental process and allow myself to feel good, what's gonna happen is I'm just gonna do the thing that's gonna make me feel good. So you might think, oh, it's so hard to make music. Oh, it's so hard to speak out. Speak for yourself. It's so hard to create something. It's so difficult. It's difficult because you're trying to emulate things that aren't you. It could be the energetic formulation and the pattern. So, for example, you're sitting down, you're laying down in your bed, on the floor, whatever the fuck, and you don't give yourself that chance to delve into natural sound. Natural sound is frequency. Natural sound is vibration. And when you don't give yourself that chance to just delve into that, how are you supposed to work on your chakras? How are you supposed to, you know what I mean? And when you don't abstain from food and you don't fast, how are you supposed to, and if you don't utilize herbs to your advantage to cleanse out your body and to rid of yourself of all that you do not need, how are you supposed to access the spiritual enlightenment that you so require to do the thing that you need to do, to be the person you need to be, to, have that vantage point, right? Because it's not always about, oh, I know how to do it this far. I know how to do it this way. I know how to. Sometimes it's about enjoying what you do know how to do, and then really going into that, really going deep into that, and really going hard on that. And that's when you begin to find, okay, yeah, it is beginning to work. You do begin to find your shine. You do begin to find the right way to do things. You do begin to feel good. You do begin to see that manifestation of everything. It's Archangel Raphael watching this channel. Every video, one of my videos is individual, an independent movie, and a whole album. Might as well be a whole musical album. So make sure you watch all my videos on this channel because they're that important. I give that much knowledge. I change every single time. It's like a new day, new me. It's always that. It's never not that. Every single second, every single moment, it's like a proactive evolution and growth that's actually taking place in reality in the present moment while I'm still existing. Otherwise, I wouldn't have to even do any of this shit, or even, change my clothes, or wear clothes, or, play with my hair, or whatever the fuck, right? So, at the end of the day, Archangel Raphael. I'm here to carry out God's will, authority, purity, presence, and essence. So don't forget it. Don't neglect it, because I can't stand the hatred. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, this one's going to be about a soldier's provocative. And I've been receiving just certain brothers I know in my dreams to help me navigate certain things that's happening in life as well. You know, I've had close people to me that just ended up going to the army, or ended up going to the military, or ended up just, you know, long story short, just not being by my side no more. Which is okay, because in the spiritual realm, you know, all walks of life are connected. So it's not about going one way or the other way. It's about how can I serve my purpose and help to coagulate and coagulate, like, I see it like agulate. How do you agitate? You know, agitate, aggravate. But agulate is okay. No, I'm gonna agree, almost, like, you know, it's not like the same thing, but yeah. So anyways, you give the meaning to different words, even if you don't know the dictionary textbook meaning or whatever the fuck, right? So it's the feeling of the word. It's what it feels like it means to you. It's like what it actually means is gonna align in some way or another. Don't worry about it. You have to actually put in that energetic work to really be with yourself and really harvest your inner dialogue, right? Because it's not about the conversation. The conversation goes on infinitely, forever. It never ends. But the dialogue, it has a conclusion, beginning and end. Every movie has a dialogue, right? So it doesn't have to be scripted, though. The fact that you watch movies and shows, you begin to think, okay, it's about acting, it's about scripting. But no, acting and scripting, that's really existence, right? That's really, but reality was where God resides. Where God resides in reality, which is raw. It's tough and it's rough. Okay, and it doesn't have to do with scriptures. It doesn't have to do with acting. It's not none of that. But yes, existence in the universe, yeah, absolutely. That has everything to do with acting and performing and you know, following the scriptures. But the scriptures were really taken from God. So how the fuck do you know what I mean? So it's like, okay, but that doesn't make them separate, though. You begin to think, okay, it came from a source. That doesn't mean it's not the source at the same time. All it means is, okay, clearly a lot of people are prospering off this knowledge of different scriptures and religions and movies and different things. Their creative space and their spiritual spaces is aligning into so many different dimensions and worlds. They begin to experience their manifestations come into fruition, right? That's how that works, by the way. I'm just articulating and expressing it. And there's nothing wrong with articulating it as long as you can express it. Because when you can't express yourself, what you're trying to articulate is like an intellectual form of capacity that you're trying to reach almost, right? But when you can express yourself, that's when the real you begins to shine through, and the knowledge and the wisdom and the life walks and the experiences you begin to manifest are all coming together. So everything makes sense. It's like a prayer. So with that one hand, it's like, how do you pray? It's just a fight with one hand, right? One hand separated. But you put them together, it's like a collision. It's the Big Bang. It's how things are put together. But what you need to understand is, in this video, I'm really going to help you in all ways, because I'm receiving so much information, right, through just my environment, present moment, and just what's happening right now in the stars. There's going to be so many demons around you that are actively attacking you and trying to bring you down always in life. So what you need to know that is that if you're like me and you manifested this karmically and like a close pathway to where you have to kind of deal with these people and you have to just focus on what you're doing and to continue doing what you're doing on a way bigger level, you really don't owe it to anyone to owe them shit at the end of the day, right? That's kind of what we all began to agree on. Because united we stand, separate we fall, which is what they got from us. But if you can't make a demon unite with you, quit trying to unite demons. Shout out to the whole angelic force. Demons learning to put their talents and their gifts to proper use would go to waste. They're becoming angels. Shout out to the angels descending a little bit to do greater works and evolve and move up their ranks. That way they can actually serve their karmas and begin to really shine. Because a lot of angels and fallen archangels can only do it to a certain degree, and they can't go no further. Angels are really good manifestors. Archangels are really good creators, but what happens is they can only get to a certain limit. They can't really bring the two together. They can't collide. They can't make that balance happen. The librarian, right? They can't weigh the scales. They don't know how to. So I do, and I'm the expert at it. So, but this whole purpose is to create that individual strength within yourself, Jesus, that is necessary to actually create. So think about it like, prophetic shit, right? Prophetic shit is like, I'll go over it this way. Prophetic shit is more about just being like the medium of the word, because I have everything working for me, right? I just created it like that. And prophetic shit, and then actually being the deity or the figure. It's like, okay, God save me, Jesus save me, right? Okay, but can you be God? Can you be Jesus while simultaneously doing that? That doesn't mean that you are just alone. You are Jesus, you are God. That doesn't mean that. It just means that you experience that as yourself. You don't experience it as being separate from yourself. Because if the moment you begin to do that, it's like, how do you move forward and past the furthest lengths you can go? The only way you can really do it is to do that. So that doesn't mean I'm here to get crucified or some shit. Like, nah, I've already done that. You're welcome, Egyptians. So, sending me to heaven, this life, I'm here to just show everyone what it means to actually be a strong spirit, manifest God's will, and create heaven. And I guess I'm here to, as far as I know, bring it on earth. So that way we can experience that. We're already kind of experiencing it, but, hell is also active and living in all ways and shapes and forms. So it's not really separate either. If you can delve into hell properly from heaven, then you know how to do it right. As long as you know how to go back up. If you don't know how to get if you're still trying to get your wings back, that's because you're not close enough to me, because I'm the one that gives everyone their wings, period, right? So I'm not trying to place ideas in your mind to make you think and believe I'm someone I'm not. I'm just trying to guide you through the process and the walk that it takes to be a strong spirit, to know yourself. That way you can actually know me, because if you don't know yourself, how could you know me? If you don't love yourself, how could you love me? So that's what it comes down to. But when you experience certain pain, certain traumas, could be in relationships, could be in life, could be in your environment, could be a lot of things, right? However the fuck many it could come down to. But what you gotta know is you hold the power. So if you want to go ahead and create the life that you always imagined and dreamed of, that's what you're gonna do, with or without anyone's opinion. Second forte. Yeah. So anyways, I can sit here and pretend like I know what I'm doing. I can sit here and pretend like I know what's going on. But at the end of the day, when I'm only operating from my sole degree of bringing things forward that require a lot of energy and attention and focus and persistence in, then that's how I know how to bring it forward. Because if you can't bring all of the attention and awareness and the energy into different parts of your ecosystem, your environment, your body, your mind, your soul, your spirit, then you can't really get the power that you need to actually get where you want to be and where you have to be. And what's going to happen is every time you notice that you begin to move forward, you begin to really step into that new radical energy in that intellectual space and have that dialogue and communication, there's always going to be demons trying to bring you down. Like literally in my immediate environment, you could literally hear it. So just know that they're only attacking themselves. They can't attack you because you're so focused on getting where you have to be no matter what. These karmic individuals you probably manifested are literally serving an example of what not to do and what not to be. So just go the opposite way. Like, that's where the left hand is for. But when you can't know what to do with the right hand, how are you supposed to use the left hand? If you can't utilize the left hand, how are you supposed to, so vice versa. Anyways, beware of different demons that come in different shapes, different animals, different forms, different reptiles, different insects, and different mammals and non-animals, fishes and all that shit. So, anyways, since water is infinite, that is the work that I'm here to do. I'm here to make sure I give all of the healing and the knowledge and the power and the strength and the authority and the complete revelation. I said it like that because that's what I was supposed to be said. And yeah, be well, be more thou. I love you. Make sure you love yourself. This video was basically about just taking back your ownership of yourself, because if you don't own your soul, then who does? And if you do sell your soul, which is you selling yourself, what's the difference between that and prostitution? So either way, right? Either way, even if you did that, because I'm not saying I'm not gonna do it. I'm just saying, if I don't get the help necessary, if I don't actually, there's only one way I'm gonna succeed. There's only one way that I'm gonna win. So I just gotta make sure that all hands are on deck and we're all in this together. And I'm gonna continue doing the work that I need to do to have the power that I need to make the right decisions and actually move forward in my life, because it's not gonna be like it's not gonna be like anyone else's. It's not gonna be like anyone else you've seen. Obviously, I'm myself. That is completely original and unique, the one and only, the Astro Man, the Chi Healer, Archangel Raphael. Don't get it confused, don't get it twisted. If you're a man watching this video, I'm here to lead you the right way, not the wrong way. If you're a woman watching this video, I'm here to remind you and let you know the fact that you're here to take the throne of God, aka my motherfucking dick. So that's it. Quick flash, right? Anyways, the flash be hella goofy, right? So I'm all about incarnating as every superpower, every hero, every villain, every fucking thing, because they all are one. Don't forget it. Don't neglect it. Be well, be more thou. I'm forgetting anything? Love you, make sure you love yourself. Health, wealth, and abundance, peace, love, and enlightenment. But anyways, I'm gonna go smoke my cigarette and go start working on some instrumentals because I need to. Ooh, baby, baby, babies, come to me. Y'all gonna drive me crazy. Yeah. I'm disciplined, but I'm still lazy. Can you feel the numbness in my soul? The pain that happens in the unknown. I think I found it. I know I found it. And this is the way that I'ma let it go. This is the way that I'ma shine on for. And every single time, and every single night, you can't say goodbye to your past. Come into a new wave, new creation. Choose your own fate. We leading the nations. Golden beings are radiant.